Friends, day 17 is pause. And pretty quickly after reading that prompt, it made me think of self-care, pausing, slowing down, taking in the moment, that sort of thing. So that's what I want to make this spread about, is self-care. So we're gonna dig in. I really wanted to use this napkin over here on this edge, but I was concerned that maybe the roses looked upside down, but they don't actually. I mentioned this in yesterday's video, but in case you missed it, I use glue stick with napkin and tissue paper, but not much else. Glue stick will dry up and get brittle, and then it doesn't last over the test of time. So that's why I only use it for napkin and tissue paper, because it seems to work really well with that. I'm going to get this glued on here, and then I will tear the edges off just like I did yesterday. And then I will probably have to go at it with a little bit of sandpaper just to remove any pieces that are sort of fraying over the edge. I want to be sure to mention that this collaboration is hosted by Meg Journals and co-hosted by Get Messy Art, and you can jump in too if you'd like to. I have Meg and Get Messy listed in my description box. You can click on the tag and it'll take you right to their channels. I'm going to add a nice big side pocket here, and you can see I'm tearing the edge just to give it sort of a shabby chic look. This is pink paper with white script writing. For me, when I think of self-care, I think of, pampering myself. And pink always makes me feel loved. Does that sound weird? It's just such a nurturing color to me. And so that's why I want to go ahead and use it on this page. You can see also that I used my glorious pink ink and went around the edges with it. I have an image that I took out of a book, and then I used these negative stickers. Some of them were negative, some of them were supposed to look like Polaroids, whatever. So, but they're stickers. So you would put it on an image and then cut it out. So that's what I did, and that's what I have here. And isn't she beautiful? So there's this lovely lady, and she's reading a book. And this is a painting. This is an antique painting in real life. This came out of a humanities book for like a college student. So I am using that image because I love reading. And for me, taking the time out of my very, very, very busy schedule and reading, that's such a luxury for me, and I love doing it. So for me, that is self-care because I enjoy it so much. Another thing that I love is the beach. And when I'm really stressed out, I go there other times too, but when I'm really stressed out, I will take myself to the beach, and it's so relaxing and so nurturing for me and so recuperative. So I use that as a card in the pocket. Now, the card with the hearts, I thought I was going to use that on yesterday's spread, but apparently I didn't use it on yesterday's page. So it's going to end up here on this pink nurturing page. And so I've got that in the pocket as well. Now you can see that I'm outlining with just a marker. I'm just outlining this flower just to give it some dimension and a pop. That's going to go on the page as well. I love roses. I love flowers. So that's going to be part of this feeling that I've got going on here. I added a sticker to the center there, right under the picture of the lady, and it says, "Take time to make your soul happy." And I think that's perfect. So the prompt is pause, but what that means to me is nurturing myself, taking care of myself, self-care, all of that. I'm going to add a little satin bow. I actually tea dyed or coffee dyed. I think it was coffee dye. I coffee dyed a little package of these bows, so they had a little bit of a aged look to them. But at any rate, I went ahead and added that to the rose that's at the bottom of the page. And now I'm going to add just some words right at the top, and that little sticker, which I added some glue to, by the way, says rest up. Friends, I do love the beach, and it does nurture my soul, but the tag just doesn't go with this spread. So I'll admit defeat on that one, and I'm going to make a different tag. So I've got this Maggie Holmes paper, and it's got all sorts of words on it, just nice words. And I'm going to make a tag out of that, a pretty good size tag too, because actually it's a pretty good size pocket. You can see that I rounded the corners, and now we're just going to go ahead and layer it up with some papers. I found in my stash, and this was given to me quite a while ago in a Happy Mail, and this is an image of a bird, and it's got some sort of decorative things around it. My friend who sent it to me took the time to fussy cut this out, and it was maybe like on a calendar or something. It has sort of that texture, so it's nice and thick and strong. Well, I've decided, because I love birds and I love nature, I love being outside, so that nurtures my soul as well. So I decided to go ahead and use this and create this tag because I think it's going to work a lot better. I've mentioned before in a few of my previous videos that as I work through the journal, even on spreads that I was kind of done with on the day that I created them, I knew that as I was working through the journal and putting pages together, that I would do some finishing touches. And I'll do more finishing touches once it's complete and I'm actually sort of finished with it. I will add more details. But as I go, if I see something that's like, oh yeah, that's way too plain now, let me do this to it so that it matches the page next to it a little bit better, you're going to see me do that. And this is the perfect example of that. So I have added a beautiful flower to the, it was the tags and tickets page, because these two are going to be next to each other once the journal is sewn together. Now that we're a little bit further into this collaboration, I'm starting to put the pages together in the way that I'm going to sew the journal together. So that's why you'll see me do, add something when we get to it. I hope that makes sense. I was just rambling a little bit, but sometimes that happens. Anyway, thank you so much for spending time with me. I truly appreciate it. And thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.